Hello. I have our read for the day. This is kind of, there's a lot going on right here. So let's just go over what each of them are. Emperor, this actually stands for who this is about. So it's a man in their divine masculine energy, somebody who tends to be traditional. It can be somebody who's older, but not always. They could be a leader. And that basically covers it. There's a little bit more, but you get the picture. It's a guy's guy. This one is more and more uncomfortable. It's not one of the key words. It's actually one of this part of a sentence in the book. But that's what this one means at this time. Hoping everything will resolve itself on its own. The King of Swords is untraditional. This is addictions. And then this is lack of progress. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is evaluating progress. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is overwhelming. Here's where it gets really busy. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse, which is reach out to somebody. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is recognition. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is bad investments. Sorry, I wrote that down so I can memorize all the keywords so I could tell you guys, because there's so many cards on the board. Ten of Pentacles is feeling lack of security. And then the Page of Pentacles is fear of failure can stop us in our tracks. Okay. So there is a Emperor. Like I said, he's a divine masculine. He's a guy. He likes to do guy things. Sounds weird, but he's just a guy. He's going to be getting more and more uncomfortable, and this is physical discomfort. He does have discomfort. He does have discomfort now, and he kind of, when he gets the aches and pains, he's kind of like, oh, I hope this is gonna just clear up on its own. Untraditional addictions. Untraditional and then addictions. A traditional addiction would be like cigarettes or drinking. Untraditional, or, well, I mean, I guess now it's still less traditional, but it's creeping on up there, would be like pot use, because pot is now legal in most states, right? Or other forms of drugs that could potentially be. So they're going to start feeling more and more uncomfortable, because they do feel uncomfortable, but they kind of think every now and again, they're like, oh, I don't know why my knees are hurting. I don't know why my back is hurting. I don't know why my bones are hurting. And it's because there's heavy untraditional addictions. So some sort of drug use. honestly, let's face it, it's probably pot. I mean, so many people smoke it nowadays, or there's the gummies, or there's, I don't know, like mushroom gummies potentially could be it, you know what I mean? So it's something along the lines of that. Because this doesn't seem like, this doesn't, yeah, I'm not going to say that. So their untraditional addictions, their drug use, is the reason that there's been lack of progress so far in going to the doctor, evaluating progress. So somebody is supposed to go to the doctor because they are sick, cancer, and they haven't gone to the doctor because they feel fine so far. They are going to go, and the doctor's going to say something along the lines of, let's go, these numbers are off, let's go get this checked out. He's going to find out that he has cancer, and it's going to be very, very, very overwhelming. They are going to realize, they're going to recognize the fact that they should have reached out to somebody sooner, and they shouldn't have done, they shouldn't have like smoked. And I'm not talking like drugs, but, you know, bad investments. It would be, they should have gone to the doctor before, and they shouldn't have, they probably shouldn't have smoked, or they should have smoked less pot so that they could feel that they were actually sick, instead of just like thinking that the twinges that they felt every now and again were normal, just normal signs of aging. Instead, if he didn't have this untraditional addiction, he would be in a lot more pain. He would have gone to the doctor a lot more sooner. It would have made it, you know, there could have potentially been a different outcome, but he's going to see that the outcome is what it is because of the choices that he made. It's going to make him feel a lack of security, which, I mean, can you blame him? He's going to find out that he's sick, and that he should have gone to the doctor. I think there were signs, and I think that he knew that there were signs prior to going to the doctor, and it's just something that he put off and he put off and he put off until he kind of didn't have the option to put it off anymore. The feel of failure is going to stop us in our tracks. I don't think he's not going to get the help that he needs because he's worried that it's not going to work. So he's going to say, oh, no, because it's not going to work. I know it's not going to work. I'm not going to invest my time in this. I'm not going to invest my money in this because it's too late for me. It's too late. I have cancer really bad, and I'm just not willing to fight it. I don't want to live like that. And he's going to forego treatment. This is a little bit more serious of a read. I think I'm going to put a disclosure up in the with the title. Let's do 3 bicycle cards. If we need to do more, we'll do more because that's what we do. I am channeling Horus today. He is helping in the amazing way that he communicates, and so it's appreciated. You know, if anything, this is a hard, sad read. But if anything, if somebody sees this This is just based on energy. So people have free will. They can choose to change their mind. In this scenario, an emperor chooses not to get treatment, or he prolongs putting off treatment because he doesn't actually realize he's sick, because he smokes the pot, right? So he doesn't feel the aches and pains that he typically does, because he puffs on. I mean, they even have them in vape form. They have them in vape form. They have them pre-rolled. So he kind of probably just puffs all day long, and he doesn't realize how sick he is. But this is just an energy. So if there's somebody in your life who fits this, and you are worried about them, and you are watching it, maybe encourage them to go to the doctor sooner than what they would have on their own. Or if you watch this and you feel like this might be for you, this fits you, you are a little bit older, and I'm not talking like 80, 90 years old, I'm talking like middle-aged, right? And you smoke the pot all day, but every now and again, even through the pot, you feel aches and pains. Your knees hurt, your back hurts. For some reason, your bones are achy. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor now before it becomes overwhelming. And recognize that maybe it's important to stay sober enough so that you can read your body's cues and cries for help. This is just a potential. This isn't necessarily a for sure outcome. Okay, sorry about that. My tablet died. I had to charge it for a minute before we could get back to it. So let me go ahead and we'll start with the 3 bicycle deck, and then if we need more, of course, we will do more. I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I mean, I did, but I didn't. I think I was just getting to the point. I think I was just explaining that this is an energy, so this isn't the end all be all. But if this feels like it could potentially be you, or it could be somebody that you potentially love in your life, then absolutely encourage them to go to the doctor, or for you yourself, go to the doctor, because in this scenario, this person, they have it in their blood and they have it in their bones. Influer, master of energy. Bruce is saying listen to the influencer, because she is right. Emotions. This is going to be really hard and really emotional for everybody involved. The Emperor, obviously, nobody wants to be sick and be told that they have a terminal illness. And it's going to sound, at least to the Emperor, it looks like it's going to sound so bad to him that he's going to go, well, why even get treatment? I think it's very, honestly, I do think that we should respect people's decisions and opinions if they choose not to get treatment. If they are sick, I think it's their personal decision. Everybody has personal autonomy, correct? But I do also think that you should look deeper into, before you decide that, learn more about your health and what's actually going on before you make a final decision on whether or not you would go for treatment or not. For some people, I think they worry that their quality of life If it's terminal, they know it's going to be terminal. They know the treatment isn't going to save them. It's just going to prolong their existence, but they are worried about the quality of life. And I think it's hanging man. There's just no right choice in the situation. Yeah, you have to worry about, I mean, you have to weigh the pros and the cons, and I think that's something that's so, gosh, it's so personal, you know? But definitely weigh the pros and the cons before you make any final decisions. Hold on. All right, and then ephemeral, which means lasting a very short time. So, I think, so at least for one person, the way that this is going to play out, you have cancer, or someone you love who would be, you know, like middle-aged. They have cancer, it's in their blood, it's in their bones. It's going to be overwhelming. They're going to decide against treatment, and they're going to go very quickly. Hopefully, the path they chose is is it weird to say the least painful path? I don't... Listen, when I do card reads, I try very, very hard to put a positive spin on all of the reads. And that's hard because especially on YouTube, we cover some very, very hard topics. You guys are wild, and I love it, and I support it, and I always hope that all of the videos that I put out there they find the right person at the right time, and they give them the right help that they need. There isn't a positive spin to put on this, and I'm so sorry for the person who this is for. Because all of this is going to be very difficult. It's going to be difficult for the Emperor. It's going to be difficult for the people in his life. So I don't know if it's going to be the person who, one of the people in the Emperor's lives who just love him so much that there are reads on his health popping up on your page, or you know, while you're scrolling, or if it's going to be the Emperor himself, and it's going to be the nudge that he needs to go to the doctor and to get the testing that he needs to get tested. And honestly, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be hard for everybody involved. Just know that the deities love and support you. The Horus is the one who helped me pull the cards today. He's the one who helped me grab the meanings, and not all of them. I mean, some of them, one of the key words for this is addiction, but for things like this, he actually has me grab the book, and he had me pull up one bit of sentence in order to be able to get this read out in such a cohesive, flowing manner, so that you could get as much information as possible, so that you can make an educated decision on what it is that you need to do. Your deities and your ancestors over on the other side of the veil, they love you. You are loved. Whoever this is for. And work in conjunction with they love you so much that they all pull together in order to work with Horus to help put out this message, because he is the messenger, I am the voice. So if it's a family member or if it's a deity on the other side of the veil and they're like, hey, they need to know this, Horus is like, yep, absolutely, I agree. I'm the one who's working with Christy today. Let me go ahead and get this message on out for you. And they work together. So I hope, I guess I just want you to know how loved you are. Because this is a hard message, but it's a message that is being told to you out of love. I guess that's just what I'm trying to say. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys... I always say I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and I hope you make good choices. And I do still think, and I still think all of that. But just know that the person who this read is for, you are going to be in my thoughts. Not just for the rest of today, but you will just be in my thoughts. Because you are loved, and I feel it. And just know whatever the outcome ends up being, because like I said, this is just an energy, so this isn't guaranteed for every single person who watches this. The cancer diagnosis isn't guaranteed for every single person who watches this, but there are going to be people who watch this and this is going to apply to you. And just know that this is a collective read, so just because bits and pieces of it apply to you, maybe you are sick, maybe you can't tell because you smoke too much pot and you're kind of numb to the pain. But maybe you watch this and you get to the doctor a little bit sooner. Maybe you decide that you do want treatment, right? This isn't a guarantee. This is a possibility. And that's what this is. I read various energies. And when it's a one-on-one read, obviously it's going to be very, very different. It's more precise, but this is what is called a collective read. And so there are a lot of potential outcomes to it. So I just want, if you feel like this is for you, whether you are you think that somebody in your life might be sick, or enough of it fits so that you're like, maybe they should go to the doctor, or if you are the person who enough of it fits, you're like, maybe I should go to the doctor, just know that this isn't written in stone. And I will have the person that this is meant for. You will be in my thoughts, and you are loved. You're loved on this side of the veil, and you are loved on the other side of the veil. I'm just going to leave it at that. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.